When a person is depressed and going through a rough phase, there are hardly few of them who went out easily and get over it. A prolonged depression sometimes forces a person to take drastic steps like suicide. No DP, no status, no last scene, blocking your contact. These are the modern subtle ways of saying, hey look, I'm upset. But this has become so common these days that we have started to get irritated with it. And some people do it so often that we start thinking to ourselves, oh, again the same drama. But this what you think is drama may be someone's subtle way of saying, hey look, I'm not just sad, but I'm really depressed. Because being sad is one thing and being depressed means you are sad over a long period of time, which means the person is going through a rough phase in their life. In the past few days, I've heard about a lot of incidents of people committing suicide, and which is why I couldn't resist talking about it. Since social media and news channels are flooded with news of people committing suicide, there comes long messages to me about mental health and my Facebook wall being flooded of messages like we are there for you can call me when you're depressed, or something about how to vent out when you're really depressed. This somewhat irritates me because when I'm upset, I really don't think I would want to talk to someone, let alone when I'm depressed. When a person is depressed and going through a rough phase, there are hardly few of them who went out easily and get over it. A prolonged depression sometimes forces a person to take drastic steps like suicide. A depressed person really needs to speak, but there are certain reasons that do not allow that person to speak up. While I totally agree that it is important for a person to speak up, but what I find is more important is one should have the ability to be able to pass through this rough phase in life. Which means if you fear that you will fail someday, then just be ready for it. There's no harm in failing. But wait, how will you be ready for it? What if I tell you that there is a measure to define how well you have failed? It's called AQ. What's AQ now? AQ means adversity quotient. Just like you have IQ, which is intelligence quotient, you also have AQ, which is adversity quotient. Adversity quotient is something that determines your ability to go through a rough patch in life and come out of that rough phase without losing your mind. Today, I will be telling you about how you need to develop your AQ along with your IQ, EQ and SQ to improve your mental health. So make sure that you watch this video till the end. Now without wasting much time, let's get started. So according to psychologists, there are 4 main types of intelligence which can be checked by testing the IQ, which is intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, social quotient and adversity quotient. Intelligence quotient is the measure of your understanding ability like logical thinking, solving maths, memorizing things and recalling various subjects. Then comes emotional quotient. EQ is mostly related to your feelings and expressing your emotions to adjust to a given place. Basically, this is the measure of your ability to maintain peace with others like being responsible, honest, respect your boundaries, be humble, genuine and considerate. Next is social quotient, which is the measure of your ability to build a network of friends and maintain it over a long period of time. Now let's come to adversity quotient. As I said earlier, it is the measure of your ability to go through a rough patch in life and come out without losing your mind. It majorly determines how you will handle the troubles in your life. Now since they say life is like a roller coaster ride, even if you have a good IQ, EQ or SQ, there might be some rough patch that you have to pass through, be it emotional, financial or any other sort. So here is the most important part where you need to have a good AQ and keep developing it. So let's quickly find out 4 ways how you could improve your AQ that can help you pass through any difficult phase in your life. And most importantly, without losing your mind.
Number 1, own up the change.
So if the change makes you happier, you don't really bother much about it. But when it goes downside, that's when there's a problem. So if there is a change in your life and your emotions are going downwards, then you need to see the change of the emotions going downward and own it up. For example, now when people are sitting at home, there's a downward trend in the emotional balance where people are getting irritated and frustrated. But here you need to understand that this phase of sitting at home is definitely irritating. But see the positive side that it is not exposing you much to the virus. Second, trust yourself. If you have unfortunately failed and there's a downward trend in your emotions again, you need to understand that there is no point in overthinking about it and you need to trust yourself that you can do better. Which brings me to the third point, which is have a backup plan. Instead of overthinking about your failure, it's always better to think forward and the ways how you could tackle this problem. Fourth, always remember life is like a roller coaster. Whenever you see downwards, you'll always see an upward trend. Once you start accepting this downwards and believing that there is an upward slope again, you will always be able to trust yourself and accept these challenges with a calm mind. So a combination of all these can definitely put you in a better place and give you a better mental health. But Anisha, due to this pandemic, I don't have a job. I've been laid off. I don't have money and no motivation to do anything. I know, this phase has been difficult for all of us. So you might want to check out my videos on how to earn passive income and a video I made about the single factor for motivation. That's it folks for today. Do not train your mind or your kids just to have a higher IQ, but learn different ways to improve your EQ, SQ and AQ. Expose kids to different areas of life other than only academics. You can definitely encourage creativity, sports and other talents where one learns team bonding, coordination, dealing with failures and other prospects of life. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and also share it with your friends who you think needs to know this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon next to it because I post videos every week and I wouldn't want you to miss even a single one. You can also say a hi on Insta. Bye for now guys. See you in the next one.